right, Matrixx and Roadshow supporters. Well, we're going to talk about Disney. My goodness, Disney has dug itself quite a hole over the last, let's just keep it real, 10 years? Decade? As they waded deeply and then submerged themselves completely into identity politics, wokeness in film, a full LGBTQ LMNOP agenda in their products that are targeting kids. And a lot of people have turned away from Disney completely, right? They've either gotten rid of Disney Plus, they don't go to the movies anymore, yada, 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 yada. Throw in some soulless ass reboots, right? How about destroying the most powerful property that any entertainment entity could have had, which is Star Wars? Imagine making Star Wars a product that nobody cares about. That is what has happened. The unthinkable. All right, the MCU headed down that road for about, 3 good years after Endgame? They were certainly dabbling in it before Endgame. It does look like there's some kind of course correction going on there, but I don't know what it is. And we're a whole lot of things getting released away from knowing whether or not the MCU has really done anything to straighten its ass out. There have been rumblings out there about maybe Trump would get involved and try to somehow straighten Disney out. Disney has been one of the companies that has been strangely either in this case, I think silent. They haven't come out and said that they're getting out of the DEI business or any of that. I suspect Bob Iger may just keep his mouth shut. That's my guess anyway, because they're going to piss off a lot of purple hairs if they get out of that business. Well, they might want to do something because this is not good. Not good for them at all. Let me just say this. The power of many. Yeah. The Acolyte, the second coming of Star Wars The Last Jedi, when it comes to damaging a brand, well, that did a number on Disney Plus, the streaming service. I said the other day, look, Skeleton Crew, not that bad. Very, very little identity politics in it at all. But nobody cares about it. That's where everybody's at with this product. You messed up Boba Fett. You messed up Obi-Wan. The Acolyte should have never been made. Mandalorian Season 3. Imagine this. They made people not care about The Mandalorian. Mandalorian Season 3, a complete wreck. And that's where we're at. Wow. Disney's traditional television. By the way, and all this loss between the identity politics, them wrapping their loving arms around that, they decided to raise prices. Wait, what? You decided to go up on prices. Not a good idea. Bunch of people got fed up. You see that? 1 million subscribers. They lost that many. By the way, advertisers, they don't want to advertise with them right now because they're not getting the promised viewership. Because there's an ad-supported version of this. But if nobody's watching, the advertiser's product's not getting in front of anybody. Disney traditional television business continues to decline, with operating income at so-called linear networks dropping sharply by 11% to $1.1 billion in the last financial quarter. Subscribers for the company's flagship streaming video service, Disney Plus, slipped 1% from the prior quarter to 124.6 million, Reuters reported. The company had warned of a drop in subscribers because of a price increase that took effect in October. It also forecast a modest decline in Disney Plus subscribers in the second quarter compared to the first. So in other words, this is a figure that's got, I guess, multiple quarters in there. I can tell you this much: from October through December alone, they lost 700,000 subs by itself. Advertisers are also hesitant to engage with Disney Plus. Yikes. As Breitbart reported, the streaming service is reportedly facing an exodus of advertisers. Yikes, they're just leaving from its ad-supported tier after subscription failed to meet expectations. last year, and several high-profile Star Wars and other Lucasfilm series flopped with viewers. Oh, God, it's poetic justice. Launched to drive more revenue into Disney's coffers, the ad-supported tier of Disney Plus is struggling to hold on to advertisers who have become disenchanted with the platform, according to a recent report from an anonymous advertising professional known as, quote, Kiss My Grits, KMG, who was featured on Vigilant Renegade's YouTube channel. Quote, the ad tier subscription numbers are nowhere near what they assumed they were going to get. KMG also alleged Disney Plus has failed to deliver promise of the number of ad impressions to certain advertisers. So, in other words, they thought, and I'm going to tell you what they thought. Well, the price increase will get this ad revenue that will come in from the advertisers and will be financially okay. It'll meet up. Well, it didn't meet up. It didn't meet up because, well, the thing about it is you got to have actual shows and actual, products, commodities that people have some kind of interest in. If you don't have that, then guess what? I mean, advertisers advertising commercials it's kind of like YouTube. If those commercials, those advertisers aren't being seen by anybody, then the advertisers are like, what are we doing here? Nobody's watching our ads because nobody's watching your products. So they got multiple issues over there. Disney needs a massive douching out of the entire situation, the entire company. A lot of leadership needs to be canned, moved out. Kathleen Kennedy, Bob Iger, boom, out the door. They need a massive course correction that is very public. There needs to be no hiding it. Everybody needs to know who's getting the hell out over there, and they need to seriously look. I'm going to be honest. They need to go back to everything that's supposed to be, quote unquote, after Return of the Jedi. Maybe outside of Rebels. If you want to keep the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, fine. But those sequel series, they need to completely abolish them and anything else that's come after that. Hell, you could get rid of The Mandalorian, to be quite honest. If you get right down to it, just get rid of it too. I mean, and start over from Return of the Jedi on if you want to make things more like Skeleton Crew, more like Andor, where you're not, for lack of a better way of putting it, running a sexual assault on Star Wars characters that are beloved. I don't know how else to say it. Same thing with Marvel and the MCU. There needs to be drastic, sweeping changes with Disney. Oh, and probably don't start a war with Ron DeSantis and get your ass handed to you. That would be the other thing you might not want to do. Quit picking a political side. You got a perfect opportunity with the way the election went. Get out of all of it. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.